TOSCI Radio, and you're in touch with It's Your Time to Travel. I'm Ricky TYUS from TYUS Tours and Travel, and I'm along with Tashi Williams, and this is radio the way it should be heard. And you can join the conversation at 877-932-9766 or watch us live on YouTube /Talktainment Radio /It's Your Time to Travel. And the topic for today's show is Amsterdam, the new Paris. But first, Tasha's going to explain to you why we're all dressed in red today.
Okay, today is, guess what, people? Today is the day that we are making a statement. Women are saying today is our red day because we want equal pay. So everything, for women, they want, we don't receive equal pay when it comes to men or anything else for a job. So that is why it was noted today is a red day. So if you've seen a lot of people in red today, that is because women are fighting for equal pay. And I know a lot of you have known this for years. But just in case you're wondering why both of us have on our red or orange today, the red is due to the equal pay day.
Okay, so did you know that Amsterdam has more culture per capita than anywhere else in the world? They have more museums than any other place in the world because Amsterdam isn't that small, and it's not a case of quantity over quality. I mean, they have outstanding museums that when you go to Amsterdam, you absolutely need to visit. So they have more culture per capita than anywhere else in the world. They have nothing but museums. They have museums that sit in front of the water.
Oh, nice. That sounds really nice. That's good.
Right. So they have a torture museum. They have a sex museum.
What? What the what?
They have a funeral museum.
What?
Yeah. So
now that we're doing too much.
Right. So they have plenty of museums. Plenty. And then just in, coffee shops are not strictly legal in Amsterdam. Not strictly legal. Okay. Now.
Catch that, everybody. Please.
Yeah. What that means is the coffee shops in Amsterdam are allowed to sell small quantities of marijuana.
Oh, wow. Another place where you could go and get high.
Now, it's legal. It's legal in the Netherlands to smoke marijuana. Okay. But the coffee shops are allowed to sell a small portion of marijuana because they feel that it keeps it legal on the streets and not in the back alleys.
Huh.
Okay. So so Amsterdam is renowned for its hazy coffee shops.
Kind of like Vegas, right?
Kind of like Vegas.
Yeah, we saw a lot of cannabis
cafes better known for selling bud than brewing beans. Okay. Netherlands, but it doesn't make any difference. Coffee shops are allowed to trade marijuana. In fact, they're granted permits to do so.
Now that's a lot going on there. Wow.
So if you're confused, stick with us because soft drugs are not actually legal in Amsterdam or the rest of Netherlands. I got that reversed. For that matter, the small scale sale of them is tolerated. And this suits the authorities for a couple of reasons. One, because coffee shops pay taxes. Two, because they prevent shady street dealers filling the vacuum that would exist if they didn't do it.
Oh, okay. Like I said, kind of like Vegas. Vegas has the cannabis places, and a lot of places you walk in Vegas, that's all you smell. Everywhere. I was like, oh, are you kidding me?
Vegas.
I've never smelled so much marijuana in my life until I got to Vegas.
Yeah. And the reason why we're saying that Amsterdam could be the new Paris is because they just connected a train that runs nonstop from London to Amsterdam.
Nice.
Okay, so before you catch a train, change trains in Paris, and then go to Amsterdam, but now it's a straight shot.
Okay, so that's sweet.
So if you want to go to Amsterdam, you fly to London, you catch this train. It's a 3.5-hour train ride, and it's take you straight to Amsterdam. So that's the reason why they're saying that Amsterdam could become the new Paris.
Okay, nice. Yeah. That's really nice.
Eurostar, which is the train, has opened a non-stop link from London to Amsterdam. Now, you have to change trains on the way back because they haven't put the same system in coming back from Amsterdam.
Okay.
But the Dutch city is easier than ever, and there's a lot of reasons to go.
And Amsterdam is beautiful.
Absolutely
just
beautiful.
The architecture on the buildings, the homes, the apartments.
Right. The canals.
Right. It is very pretty. Mm-hmm. That is one beautiful place to go.
The canal, so it's a real nice destination to go to. Right.
Now look at the picture you have on screen now. That's beautiful. Yeah. That is really pretty.
Yep, that's awesome. That's a picture of Amsterdam, and that's the city, because you still have the canals.
Right.
And you have museums and homes sitting right on the canal.
Okay.
So yeah, that's Amsterdam.
Now, are the buildings so close together like that due to the canals, or?
Nope. There's a reason why the buildings are so narrow.
Okay.
And it's based on taxes. Okay. The bigger the building, the more taxes you pay on it. The more property tax you pay. So a lot of the homes are narrow.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. And that was originally one of my did you knows. Did you know why the homes in Amsterdam are so narrow? And it has to do with taxes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah. But see the canals?
And I do see the canals, and they are really, really narrow.
Really narrow.
Now with the canals so close to where you live and everything like that, what is their transportation? What is their primary mode of transportation? Because I'm looking at this, and it looks like water is just about everywhere.
Water's everywhere, but the mode of transportation in Amsterdam is bikes.
Okay.
Okay.
That would make sense.
It's a program called Bakkie Bikes. Okay, but that's the mode of transportation in Amsterdam, and it's a beautiful, beautiful city. Absolutely
yes, it is. It
beautiful
is very
city.
Pretty. It is very pretty. And I'm one, when I go to a city or see something different, I like to look at the architecture. So I like to see what's going, what they were, just get an idea of what they were thinking when they did that architecture, or how they came up with that architecture. Right. So it's really nice. It's different, and it's nice to see.
And one of the things that you have to talk about is the 10 reasons why you should go to the Netherlands.
Okay, yes, that's going to be fun. So let's see. What do we have? We have with Eurostar's Amsterdam service about to start. There's never been a better time to discover the delights of Holland. Here are 10 amazing ways to explore the Dutch. Okay? 1, Amsterdam Direct. Now that sounds entertaining. Let's see what that's about.
That is about the train, right?
The train, Amsterdam Direct is, yes it is. It says the much touted direct Eurostar link between London and Amsterdam. And then Ricky just touched on this just a little bit ago. It says has been delayed for what seems like forever. It was first mentioned just after Caesar invaded Britain in 55 BC. Okay, so you do see the canals there.
There's all the canals.
And look at do you see what kind of boats they have down there?
Living on the water.
Right. Look at that. That's really neat.
Right.
And then they have the cars down there as well. So that's, you have the boats down there and the cars down there. That's really different.
That's traveling.
And that water is a little high. Now, are the people living in those boats? They look Look, it looks like some people might be living in those.
Well, no,
they're not living in those.
Right. I really think that's just a mode of transportation.
Okay. So that's their way back and forth to work, just like almost like our city bus.
Right, just like our city bus.
Right. Okay. Now, with that, like I said, Caesar invaded Britain in 55 BC and cropped up again in the Bayeux Tapestry. In the bit where Harold is pointing across the channel, saying, "Where is that train to the Low Countries?" Still, history-based sarcasm aside, the twice daily service finally begins on April 4th. Eurostar.com. Okay? Now, number 2, the theme park getaway. What's that about? Holland has such a lack of altitude that its highest point is actually the barren 1898 roller coaster. Now that sounds interesting because in 1898, can you imagine? 1898 roller coaster, which drops from 124 feet. Okay. Interesting, because back then they didn't have the same type of technology.
Right, and that is the highest point in the Netherlands is where that theme park is.
Really?
Because it's so flat.
Now that's interesting, people. That is very interesting.
It is so flat.
Who would get on that roller coaster? I bet a lot of people would. Now I wouldn't. You wouldn't catch me on there. No, you're good. So it's 124 feet at 56 miles per hour. That's nice. At Efteling.com, a theme park 65 miles south of Amsterdam. Okay? So that's an utter lie, but this charming enclave can fill a weekend. A one-night stay for a family of 4 in May at its Efteling Hotel costs from €396 in total, including 2 days park entry
there's the Euro
breakfast.
train. That's the Euro train.
Okay.
That goes nonstop from London to Amsterdam.
That's nice too, and you see how clean that looks, so you can tell it's new.
How clean, it's aerodynamic.
It's very nice. It is really nice.
And it takes about three and a half hours.
Really? That's not bad at all.
Yeah.
It looks like it'd be a real nice ride too.
Their train service is so much more advanced than the train service we have here. See how aerodynamic that nose of that train is?
Right, and that train with that aerodynamic nose like that, that's cutting through a lot of wind, so it's getting through a lot of inclement weather as well. So that thing goes.
And you do know that it runs under the ocean because
it's
going from London to Europe.
Right. Oh, that thing goes.
Right.
Okay.
Beautiful. It's absolutely.
I bet it
absolutely
does.
Beautiful.
I don't like traveling underneath the
you would never know.
Ocean. You think you don't
know? But that's the reason why we believe that Amsterdam will become the new Paris.
Okay.
Because the Britons can go directly from London to Amsterdam.
Here's my question. I'm trying to figure out now how they could build that underneath the ocean.
Hey. Technology.
Yeah.
And our train system is so far behind. It is so far behind. It's so far behind. It's just that they need to invest in our rail system so that it connects everything.
You know what? Not only is the train system so behind, but I think people want to keep it that way in some instances. I don't know why, but I know just like we live here in Columbus, Ohio, I feel like Columbus needs a rail system somewhere, some type of transit system that runs on the railways. At least 2 to 3 C's, because we're known for the 3 C's: Columbus, Cleveland, and Cincinnati. So at least for the 3 C's, I feel like there should be something that does run, on the transit rails or something, just to build rails or something like that to just wean out of the traffic.
Columbus will never be a metro city until it builds a mass transit system.
Right, and they won't for some reason. They won't.
Well, they hired a guy from Cleveland to build one, but he ended up getting fired. And then at one time, our president, not our president, but Obama wanted to pay Ohio to run a train from Cleveland to Cincinnati.
You know what? I did. I heard about that. And then the
our governor said no.
Yeah, he said no. Right.
Right.
The governor did not want it.
Right.
Now, is that because he did not?
No, he wanted the money, but he didn't want to build the rail.
He didn't want to build the rail system. And I think, that was a poor, that was poor judgment on his part.
Right.
Because you have 71, okay, that takes you through, takes you from Columbus to Cincinnati, but then you hop on 70 West to get to Dayton, and then here's Columbus centralized in the middle, which means from Cincinnati to Columbus to Cleveland, you would have maintained 70 straight through on a rail system.
71,
yeah,
straight through on a rail system. From Cleveland to Cincinnati.
Why wouldn't we have done that?
Yeah. You're governor.
I don't understand.
You're
but
governor.
But yet we're the pothole city in the world.
Yeah.
We have orange barrels every spring, but we're a little late getting those up this year. But we have a lot of potholes and patches. And the patches are always, once you put it down, the patch up the pothole, it's always done in 10 more days. You need to redo it. So figure out a way to fix it.
That's because they're only putting gravel in there and they're not sealing it.
Right.
Which I don't understand that, but
yeah.
But so
so number 3.
What's next on your list?
Number 3 is the next one, which is Hermitage, Amsterdam. We've all been told to watch out for sneaky Russian meddling with our Western touchstones, such as democracy
Russia.
And the Olympic medal table. Here's that Russia again, right?
Russia.
You know, with the president. We'll leave that alone. But it's fine when it's museums. See, Ricky just mentioned earlier that there's a lot of museums in Amsterdam that you could go and visit.
So this is actually the beach you're talking about, correct?
Is this the beach?
Yeah, this is the beach.
Yes, I believe it is the beach. So it's like the Hermitage Amsterdam, the superb side branch of the Great Art Gallery in St. Petersburg, whose Dutch masters from the Hermitage exhibition featuring masterpieces on loan from Russia runs until May 27th.
And this is actually a view from a...
Look how pretty that is. That's beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a view from, what do you call the things that fly in the air?
The drones.
The drones,
yes.
Right. That's a view by the drone.
Okay, that's nice. That's really nice.
It's awesome.
That is awesome.
The Netherlands. You know, it's amazing when you go to these different countries and you find that they're more advanced than we are.
Yes, definitely.
You know,
definitely. So you wonder sometimes what it is that we could do to pick up in America, in the United States, in America. So I do believe our school systems sometimes are a little behind compared to some of these other countries out here. So that's something that needs to be worked on. But we're on number 4. Celebrate 200 years of The Hague. Ooh, what is that about, guys? So Holland is rarely saluted for its coastline.
Actually, he just showed you The Hague. I'm sorry.
Okay, so we did see The Hague already.
That was The Hague.
Okay, so sorry about that. So we've already seen The Hague. So in the photos previous with this. Right. Okay, so let's catch up then. So, but it has 280 miles of the stuff, including Scheveningen, the seaside resort for The Hague, which is celebrating its 200th birthday in 2018 via a year-long festival. That's nice.
This that's up right now is it is called the Rotterdam. That's what they're showing right now.
Okay, the Rotterdam.
So see how advanced. You see how advanced they are? This is the port system. You know, that is actually a food court that you're looking at.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. It's totally amazing.
Nice.
Totally
nice.
Amazing. You know, and it's just, this is the food court right here. That's that's the food court right there.
And look at that. Is that a church right there? That's pretty.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Very nice architecture.
Right. It's just a beautiful, beautiful place. Now, I've never been to Amsterdam, but I've been to Curaçao.
Okay.
And Curaçao just got its independence from the Netherlands, maybe 4 or 5 years ago. Yep.
Okay.
Maybe 4 or 5
really
years ago.
Nice. Good.
And you can see a lot of their development there, like it is in Amsterdam. See that's the train.
That's the train. Yes.
Yeah, look at that building. It's totally an amazing place. And you can do the train. You can actually do a cruise. We'll take you there, and the cruise is called Tulips. Because the flowers there are just so awesome.
Look at that beautiful countryside.
Right, awesome, totally awesome.
That's just a beautiful city.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Awesome.
So number 5, this year's other European capital of culture. Okay, by now we all know the drill with the European capitals of culture in any given year. Pick one famous city, all right, and another that no one has heard of, not even those who live there. Uh-oh, what would that be? In 2018, Valletta is taking the first gig, Leeuwarden the second. It's Holland's 21st biggest city by population. It's 2 hours northeast of Amsterdam by train, and it has lots of arty stuff planned. Actually,
what's the name of it again?
Friesland.nl, European Capital of Culture. And the name of it says it's Holland's, which is Leeuwarden the second. Okay, it's Holland's 21st biggest city by population.
Wow.
Yes, and it's 2 hours northeast of Amsterdam, and that's by train.
Wow.
So that's almost like from here to Cincinnati or something. So, right. So, yes, you got to go ahead and try that. So, people, think about going to Holland for your next vacation experience. Number 6, flat cycling. Flat cycling is Holland is flatter than a pancake that has been beaten with 1,000,000 rolling pins, then run over by a tractor for good measure. So it's great for those who want a cycling trip. That's nice. Yet, understandably, don't wish to pedal uphill. Flexi Trucks sells a 7-night Bruges to Amsterdam self-guided break that takes its 201 miles in the saddle slowly. 201 miles? Wow. From including bike rental. So that's at Flights Train Extra.
One of the things that Amsterdam has is the yellow backy bike.
Yes, I read about that backy bike.
The yellow backy bike, and if you look at the monitor, that's the backy bike works where people ride on the back of that. What is that called?
The back of the bicycle, the
right.
backy.
Yeah, that they pick up. It's a company called Yellow Backy Bike. Okay, and strangers will pick you up and you sit sideways, not forward but sideways, and they'll take you around Amsterdam.
Really?
Yeah, and it's called Yellow Backy Bike is the name of the company.
Did we have any pictures of that, Ricky? Did the back where the people are riding sideways on that? Do we have any pictures for that? There it is, right there. There's a picture of that.
Right there.
Yeah.
Where the lady was riding sideways.
Right, and that's all. Now, people, keep in mind that's like a tour for them. So they're giving you a tour on that backy bike, which is very interesting. Now, that's something I wouldn't do, but. For those of you who have more courage than me,
but it's called a yellow backy bike, and the purpose of all that is to get strangers, visitors to the country, and locals to engage with each other. So they would pick up strangers and ride them around the city on the back of their bike. and it's called Yellow Backy Bike.
Very entertaining, but like I said, not for me. Number 7, let's go to Chic Rotterdam. Chic Rotterdam, the joy of the new Eurostar connection is that it really opens up the Netherlands to British tourists. Rotterdam is a case in point. That's really nice, okay? A city that once had an image of lines of shipping containers is now a chic option where the Parkerville restaurant is Michelin starred. Okay, trains from St. Pancras will stop here. Returns for €98 euros.
So in the Netherlands, when they rate hotels and restaurants, it's called a Michelin 1, a Michelin 2, a Michelin 3.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
We just don't. So we rate them, but we just don't put the Michelin in front of that.
Nope.
So that's entertaining. That's good. Okay. Now, number 8, flower power. If the beast from the east hasn't wiped up every petal, you can still catch spring at the Keukenhof Garden in Lissy with its 7 million bulbs bursting into bloom. All right?
You're listening to It's Your Time to Travel on TalkTainmentRadio.com. Watch us live on YouTube /TalkTainmentRadio and live on Facebook /TalkTainmentRadio. And look up in the skies, the superheroes of travel. It's Ricky Tyus and Tashi Williams, able to take you around the world by air, land, or sea, even by flying saucer. And we're live on TalkTainmentRadio.com.